Hello Hunter Webs, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today is Saturday. We went to... So just in case this is confusing you guys, last night we went to Rise. And it was not the original name of that benefit. Actually, it wasn't the name, that event wasn't even a benefit originally. It was just like a party put together by the promoters of the Denver Comic-Con as a thank you to the comic book community for making the Comic-Con such a success. And then after the tragedy happened at the Aurora movie theater with the shootings, they felt like they needed to respond somehow, so it actually became a benefit. And they changed the name of it to coincide with the event that we're going to today. So last night we were at Rise. Today we are going to Aurora Rise, which is being held by a local comic book company called All Seas Collectables. And through their diligence and their perseverance, they're able to get a lot of different comic book industry companies as well as other comic book stores to pitch in and help collect donations, monetary and physical donations for their silent auction, so that they can help raise money to also benefit the victims of the Aurora shootings, some of which are actually their customers. All Seas is the only comic book company or the comic book store in Aurora, and it's just a few blocks. It's right down the street from the Century 16 movie theater where the shootings took place, and some of their customers were actually there that night, and in that theater. So they kind of felt like they needed to respond. They had friends that were directly involved, so they put together this event. And it's a 2-day signing event at their store where they got some writers and some comic book artists, industry folks to come down, and for donations, they'll sign books and do sketches, as well as a lot of local artists are going to be down there, maybe also doing sketches, and just kind of like a meet and greet thing. So that's going to be going on today and tomorrow. But tonight is also their silent auction, which is going to be at a hotel up the road here in Aurora. They had to rent a space to house all of the stuff that got donated. So the guys from Jesse James Comics came up from Arizona, and they're here. They'll be here all weekend, but it's my understanding that they brought a huge crate of stuff with them. So I'm gonna go get some books signed by Mike Mignola. He's been one of my favorite comic book artists for a really long time. If you're not familiar with his work, he is the man who created Hellboy. There's 2 movies out about that comic book character now, so people should at least know who Hellboy is. It's a much different style than I draw, but it's still something that I very much enjoy looking at. So he's a good artist. I'm gonna get some stuff signed and meet some people and network and talk to them. And you're coming with us, interwebs. It's at the store. Don't avoid it. I'll come right back at you. That's my goal. I'm gonna have him sign that. He signed one for that guy too.
You know what? I have no idea. I haven't been watching what goes in there. So I guess you let your conscience be your guide.
Are you doing sketches today?
Sure.
Sketch up.
And do you have papers?
I don't.
This one.
It's too big for it, man. You can't do anything with that.
He'll grow into it, guy.
We're gonna have Hellboy Jr.'s comics autograph. Hellboy Jr.'s a stuff guy.
I thought you were getting that mad one.
No, that's my nephew.
I thought you were going to get that mad one. Where he's feeding snacks.
I am. I'll do that later.
What's that? Oh, thank you. Did you bring that first appearance?
My nephew.
Yeah, that worked out pretty well. Oh yeah, that's the cloak. Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Okay. Yeah. I'm Guy right now.
I'm just T. It's true. I used to.
That's Big Guy.
It's always a big guy.
I'm just a normal guy. I just like to
Marcos is that guy.
Yeah, that job came along at a time where I really didn't want to be a superhero guy, so I needed something to change, the perception of me. So that was like the perfect book at the perfect time to do that. Pain in the ass to draw.
Oh yeah, Flavor of Love. Yeah.
Yeah, it did the job.
Yeah, he was like a.
Well, I mean,
an
I'd
entertainer.
rather be drawing stuff that wasn't a period piece because it took a lot of research. Sure. But I'm a big fan of that era, and I wanted to be thought of as a guy who did that kind of work rather than superheroes.
Oh, there he is.
So,
Your wife's looking for you, guy.
I mean, the easiest stuff, the most fun stuff is to do straight fantasy stuff. Because I'm not a big fan of drawing the real world. Which is really the reason I killed off Hellboy and put him in hell, because then I can just draw whatever the hell I want.
No, it's Simon Beasley. He's like my favorite artist.
There you go. Thank you.
Well, that was pretty cool. Meeting Mike Mignola. Getting to chat with him a little bit about some insight on one of my favorite stories. And then tonight we're still going to go to the silent auction for All Seas and see all the cool stuff that people have been donating. Hopefully we meet some more cool people up there. Met some awesome people already. And try to get some interviews with some people, some movers and shakers in the old fundraising movement. We'll see how that goes.
Interwebs. We are at the Embassy Suites in Denver, waiting for Rebecca to come out of the bathroom so we can go into look at all the auction stuff. That's what's going on in there. There's a live auction in about an hour, and then there's a silent auction all throughout the night, which I plan on putting some bids down on stuff, but I want to see what else is in there, and I don't know what's in the live auction, so I'm going to go check out those items. And this is my paddle. But what if the Hulk had killed Wolverine is my bidding paddle. And I better not get in the habit of waving this thing over my head, or else I might end up buying something for a lot more money than I planned on it. So let's go inside.
Oh, well, we got it in right over there. $40 to you or $45? What do you want to do? 40. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's not bad.
What's your name?
My name is Mark Rantle. I am a graphic designer from Colorado Springs.
Awesome. And what do you got going on here?
Right now, we've got a setup where we're selling some t-shirts from RememberAurora.com. It's hard to say, but what we're trying to do is really, really cool. We are offering some t-shirts, some wristbands, and things like that, where 100% of the profits are going to the Community First Foundation's Aurora Victim Relief Fund. And you can check out more of where the money's going, how it's being spent on the website, Remember Aurora. We want to be real clear with people. But the donations are just a small part of what we're trying to do. The biggest thing that we were really frustrated with was how much of the talk when stories started coming out about this were about not the heroes, it was about the villain. Right. And we didn't want to hear that, you know? And so what we're trying to do as well is really remember the heroes that were there. So we've made some great connections with people who were in the theater, people whose lives have changed dramatically. And we have the opportunity to talk to them and to tell their stories. So that's the big thing that we really want to do. The donations are another side of that because we really want to help some of these people out in any way we can. And so that, yeah, together we can all remember, help, and heal. That's what we're trying to do. Yes, the things that happened, it was awful. but great things and great people and great stories came out of that.
Absolutely.
And just the opportunity to tell those stories, so when people look back and they remember Aurora, I want them to remember heroes. I don't want them to remember the villain, because when the credits roll, nobody talks about how cool the villain was. People want to talk about the heroes, and so let's do more of that. And that's what Remember Aurora's for.
Damn straight.
Yeah.
Appreciate you talking to me. Thank
Absolutely,
you very much.
man. Thanks for being here and helping out in every single way.
Absolutely. I'm in a bidding war for a toy. It's a cool toy, and I want it. But I don't know if I'm going to duke it out with this guy all night long. This thing keeps going up $1 on me. Kids.
Steve is here. Steve, can you please come up, Steve? Steve, pull up, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a nice round of applause. Where you from, Steve? He's from Aurora, Colorado. Just tell me a little bit about this. What was going through your mind? What engage us in the artist process here, just briefly.
Well, the biggest thing is that I didn't know what I was doing either. I sat down and drew a picture, and I wanted to incorporate something from Colorado and something that was kind of personal that happened in the theater, and of course it was Batman. Batman's my favorite comic character pretty much all time. To have that happen, at a Batman movie, that was, I didn't know what to think of things about comic books, about people movies, because that's what all those people did be the first one to see this. I just wanted to do something that's real. I heard about it.
That's what art is about. That's what community is about. It's about expressing. This wasn't just a little drawing. This was something that you could tell poured out of his heart, and you didn't have to write a whole lot on there, and it communicates a message. I would like to do an opening bid of $75 for this. $75. Do we have an opening bid of $75 over here? I'm looking for $75. $75 just as an opening bid. I'm going to take this down to 50. We want to move this around. You know why? Because we got 50 right over there. I'm at $50 right over here. Do I have $60? I'm at 50. I'm looking for $60. 50, 60. I'm at 50 right over here. 60 in the back of the room. Would you like to go 65 here, sir? I'm at 60, 65. Would you like to go 70 right behind him over there? We got a little thing going on in the back over there. Go ahead, take a look at each other. Check the eyes out. Would you like to go $70, man? $70 in the back. I'm at 65 right over here. 65. We'll move along quickly. $60 once. $60. 70. Wait. Ho! What do we say? Right over here? What would you like to bid? 65 right over here. 60, 75 right over here. Would you like to go $80 right over here? $80 right over here. 75, 80 right over here. How about 95, $100 right over here. 95, we'll give $100 right over here. 95, $100 to you. $100 right over here. He's a good looking guy, too. $100 right over here. $110 right over there. I know, I said the good looking guy, but no, I want to use I'm at 100 going once, 100 going twice. So 100. Hey, Steve, on the back of that, if you'd like to say anything on the back, please, Steve will do that for you. 160, 175, 160 going once, 160. Come on, Aaron, you're a doctor, dude. You got this show. I'm sorry, $10. 160, You were at 160 already, so he's got to go more than that. 170. 170. That's sort of a mathematical progression. 170. 175. So we're back to that $5. Look at your wife. Is she worth $5?
Well, interwebs, last night was awesome. I had a great time. The event was awesome. I laughed a lot. There was a lot of really good things going on in live auction. A lot of people digging deep into the pockets I didn't even know that there was going to be a live auction at the event last night. I thought it was just going to all be silent bidding, and whoever's name was on the piece of paper last would get that item. I put down some bids as we were walking through the room on a few things that I saw, and I didn't realize that my picture was one of the ones that they were going to do in the live auction. So I was excited to see if it was going to go for a lot or not so much, or what, and I didn't know they were going to ask me to say anything either. But I was happy to do that. I had no problem talking about that piece. It was personal, and I'm very happy with it, and I'm glad that people bid on it. It made me feel good about what I had decided to do, kind of, you know, affirming my feelings, and I'm glad other people kind of felt the same way. So I'm happy with how the whole thing went. The live auction, the silent auction was fun. I got into a bidding war with somebody over some toys, and I ended up winning. I got some books, a book that I really wanted to read, and it was signed by the author. So I wasn't going to participate in the live auctions because those things were going. They were starting off really cheap, and then they were getting high, getting up there, and getting kind of crazy. And I didn't want to spend too much crazy money, and I knew I could go broke in a, you know, it all goes to a good cause. So I mean, it's all good, but I could definitely go broke trying to buy some of those really cool items that people donated. I bid on a J. Scott Campbell Black Widow poster that was signed, and it was one of the posters that Rebecca and I were looking at buying while he was here at Denver Comic Con, but we went with one of his books instead. But it turns out I won it, so pretty happy about that. Overall, I mean, it's just a great weekend. I met a lot of awesome people. Got to talk to a lot of friendly and professional people from the industry, and you know, I received a lot of compliments on the portion that I played in it. So it was a great weekend. It was very awesome to be part of it, and it's my understanding that it's going to be a continual thing, that all C's in the comic book community are going to be doing more benefits, you know, as in the coming months and probably coming years, to raise more money and more awareness for the people who need it for medical bills, and you know, grief counseling, whatever comes down the pipe for the victims of the Aurora shooting. So you know, if I can do more down the line, I definitely will. But I appreciate you guys tagging along, interwebs. So I hope you guys had a good time, because I most definitely did. Don't forget to subscribe. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend.